Somebody take your titties out. Somebody take your titties out, yeah. Somebody take your titties out, yeah. No, somebody take your titties out. No, oh, yeah. Somebody take your titties out. Sucking titties, I know, yeah, I know, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. No, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Let me suck them titties, baby. I know. Suck them titties on the west side. Suck them titties on the breast side. Best titties I ever had. Oh, let me suck them titties right now. From the night turn to dawn, girl. Suck one, maybe two. And then your boy gone. Yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Let me suck.
These Nazi blood-sucking anti-American parasites that want to make you and your family slaves know that we are standing up against them, and we are red-blooded, and we are not slaves, and we are not bowing down to them. I'm not bowing down. I'm at the tip of the spear. I get death threats every day. And you know what? I am honored to be who I am. I'm honored to just be an average person that stood up 15 years ago and said, I'm going to defend the Republic. I'm going to defend the family. I'm going to defend the Second Amendment. I'm going to fight against abortion. I'm going to see what happens when I really take action. And we have laid waste to the enemy. If you simply unloose yourselves and become the leaders you are, we will sweep this scum into the gutter. We will defeat the New World Order. We will crush the tyranny. Second hour, straight ahead. Stay with us. And when I was like 12, 13, I was banging some of that black pussy. Because it's all pink in the middle. There you go.
What about Indian?
Dan Merritt, yeah, good stuff. I never banged an Indian, but you just bend over right here. I'll fuck
Hey, you keep telling me how cute I am, you might go down.
I ain't his dudes, I'll be honest with you. But you do have pretty eyes.
Are you worried about her location, player? You know she with me. Quit bothering us. It's purple.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right!
Stop gambling, alright? You're one spin away from generational wealth. Your daughter's college tuition is one spin away. Put your life savings on black. Remember that. Just go to Vegas, and if you lose, just keep getting loans. Remember this. Just keep spinning, keep gambling, keep gambling. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. You can only quit.
I have a structured settlement, and I need cash now. Call J.D. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
When they say Asians are yellow,
Sure are.
I don't look yellow.
You're not Asian.
I don't look yellow.
You're
What is that?
You know, yeah. This is the kind that's climbing a tree.
Help! You are
That's
still
kinda easy,
you're a
right?
dark yellow.
Yeah.
But why do they say? What are you saying?
I don't look yellow.
Yeah, you do. We've gone over this 100 times. The shirt that you're wearing blends in. I looks like you're wearing a long sleeve right now. I actually can't tell if you're wearing a long
Silly
sleeve
what
or
you're
not.
saying. There's no way.
Frogs are G's, bro. I've never seen a frog give a fuck, ever. Frogs are G's. He's on the lily pad. Safe.
Eats the flies. Whoever
No. Flies come to him. He doesn't hunt flies.
Gay ones do.
Just chilling. Fly, boom, done. Where the gal them? They come, make new frogs. Safe. Lily pad. Chilling. Big boss. Cicero, Godfather. He's sitting there chilling. A frog is the ultimate masculine role model. He's just sitting there just running his business.
Nah, cause this nigga think he tough. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck, my none of that pussy ass nigga. Jumping ass nigga. You feeling froggy, huh? You feeling froggy, huh, whole ass? Say something else. Say something else about my baby mama back here.
What the fuck are you wearing, bro?
Yeah, man, got into crypto. Windfall, bitch. A couple of these altcoins in the portfolio went through the roof. And them NFTs I copped, yeah, up like 100x.
Whoa.
Thought my MetaMask wallet was going to blow the server. IYKYK. If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. Shit. It all tanked, bro. Some whales must have swam through. Rug pull on the NFTs. Market's on a downswing. ETH's dropping like a landslide. I'm hurting, baby.
Bro, that was 2 seconds ago.
You don't understand the game. It's brutal. You think you can Venmo me like $5, man? I'll get you back, I promise.
Yeah, chill, man. I got you. Jeez. That go through?
Yep. Took those $5, threw it down on a meme coin, a little gaming token I heard about on Reddit. Just did my research. Do your own research. It's not a big deal, so back to the moon. Hodl on this one all day. Oh, boy. You think you can Venmo me another $5?
E aí, papai? O ninja do tijolo chegou. Vamos embora. Pega a visão.
Can't catch me. I'm the fastest thing alive.
I was thinking about why so many in the radical left participate in speed running.
Huh?
The reason is the left's lack of work ethic.
What?
Go fast rather than do it right. And in a Petersonian sense...
Petersonian?
To elevate alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest hedgehog.
Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're a beta male, Sonic.
I live in a town where there's like no emo girls and no scene girls, and it sucks. There's all these basic bitches. But listen to Taylor Swift. Ew, Taylor Swift's disgusting. I'm just really pissed.
Asset. Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There is no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened before we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Woo! What is going on, you guys? It is Dollar Cost Crypto here with Ask Me Anything 48 MoonMath edition, baby. I had to put the shades on. I had to put the pink mink on. Glasses. Because the future's too bright. Too much money's coming our way. Too much money is coming our way, you guys. Sheesh! There is no second best. There's me. And there's everybody else. That's it. All roads lead to crypto. Top G's not getting into crypto. He said he wouldn't. Now he is. Man.
Money when you buy. You don't make money when you sell. Every time the world goes tits up and everything goes fucked up, I smile because days like today are days I've made money. I'm actually cash poor. First time in my life I'm poor. I have like 100 grand for the weekend. That's it. But it's fine because I know in the future, Jah will bless me and I'm about to buy another 812 super fast. Anyway, point is, if you're watching this and you have any kind of money, don't be a bitch. Scared money doesn't make money. Invest it.
We're gonna sit here talking all night and we're gonna go fucking gamble. Let's fucking go.
Money isn't real. None of this is real. This is just... It's free. It's free.
What do you mean free?
Free money. Lose it all.
Lose it all.
Andrew, I know you said money isn't real, but I am getting fucked.
You wake up when the alarm goes off. You go to your job. Sorry.
Of the day is cash. Every day. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. I'm flexing. It's Friday. In the Lambo. About to go spend $1,000 on dinner. Spend $20,000 in the club. Fuck 3 bitches. And I'll wake up tomorrow richer than I woke up today.
What is going on, you guys? Damn.
Well, welcome you guys to the live, you guys. Damn, son. So apparently GG, oh not GG, I'm sorry. Apparently Tate's making the Tate coin. Very interesting. I will have to look into it. All roads lead to crypto. I am inevitable. You know. Pretty high chance I'll meet the man. Woo. Let's see. B Roots is right about Pulse going to 10 to 40 cents. You're gonna be a billionaire. Can we be friends, MoonMath, baby? Well, definitely, man. This is a very special show. This is the MoonMath episode, you guys. We're gonna go into what I think all the prices of coins are gonna be. I'm gonna go into way more detail in the course, obviously. And for people who don't know, we're doing the crypto mindset. Quarter one is live right now. This bitch closes on Sunday. Poverty is here if you do not join. These $100 poker chips, throw them away. Because poverty. You want to be a wagey cuck your whole life? Don't join. Stay out. Vamos. A la verga, way. No one wants you. Get out of here. But if you want success in your life and not to be poverty stricken, not to be a pleb, not to be at the bottom of the citadel, not to be a burger working for the man, be a wagey cuck slave, and sign up. If you hate money, don't sign up. If you hate money, don't sign up. But we don't want you guys here, okay? If you want money, join the crypto mindset course. Period. That's right, Swerve. Shout out to Swerve the Dip, man. Venti Coffee on deck. That is right. I will be on his channel at some point. He'll come on our channels pretty soon as well, man. Shout out to Swerve the Dip. I had so many people complaining, Miguel, I need to join. I want to join. All right, fine. We extended it out. Don't miss your opportunity. Because once we're gone, we're gone. We're going to be gone for a whole month, man. Whole month. Don't fall for the bullshit, you guys. Now, Scary Hours Podcast. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Appreciate it, brother. Now, him Holland. $5. Bro, I can't log into my Cultivate Crypto account. Bought the course a few hours ago. I also emailed you guys. Yeah, don't worry, man. If you just bought in the course recently, you will get an email within 24 hours or less. Make sure to check your spam folder. It's getting sent out. And if you're using Citadel Link, same sort of thing. If you're paying with crypto, it takes a little bit longer to get that 15% discount, but you get it. So don't worry. There you go. Somi's always shouting out DCC, and I'm always talking about Somi. Hey. Hey, tell Somi, let's do a stream. I'm down to do it. I've got until Sunday to do a stream with him. So, Somi, woody woo!
Baby, I heard you got a new man. You know where you want to be. It's purple.
Is a GG podcast happening still? It happened. It just has to be released. So, not up to me, brother. But yeah, I was hanging out with GG over there in Miami, having a grand old time. Made a lot of money, just killing it in the casino, bro. Just killed it in the casino. Made tons of dude. GG killed it on sports betting. We also gambled. We won. Glory be. Everything I touched turned to gold. I just was winning, bro. I mean, oh my god. Imagine you're sitting down having fun. Fuck it. I just put I had some spare change. I put like $300 on I put this is real. Ask GG himself. I put $300 down at the blackjack table, right? At the blackjack table. Ran it up to 3,300. Cashed out. I didn't know how much money I had. And then we're like, look at that. 33. Magic. Made another what was it? I mean, all in all, literally, I just I literally all I did, I took out $300, won there, cool, took some money there, boom, kept winning, walked out that bitch with more than $7,000. That's how you do it. Then continued that, came back the next day, killed it again, just kept making more money. Shush. Boomer question, who's GG? This is GG33. the #1 numerologist on the planet. Basically, really defined and created the whole genre itself. So the top numerologist in the world is GG33. Look it up, GG33. Shout out to my boy Gary. Sheesh. Now, if you guys leave a super chat, I will read the super chats here in a minute, and you guys. But I'm gonna get into this fucking moon math, man. I'm gonna get into this moon math because for people who don't know, moon math is something that I created. It's a term I coined basically in the last bull run, very early in the part of the bull run, where students were asking me, Miguel, how high could this coin go? Well, I said, sirs, very high. I believe very high. Well, how high could it go? Well, we gave some parameters. We gave some mathematics. There is mathematics behind all this stuff, but we'll talk about the mathematics and we'll talk about how we're getting to these coins and these prices on these coins in the course. I'm just going to give you dynamite. Have fun. You guys want crack? You got crack. Now eat it. Right? You want that uncut hopium? Smash that like button, subscribe, hit the fucking notification bell, and sign up to the Crypto Mindset course. What are you doing? If you hate poverty, join up. If you want to be without cash, well, I wouldn't know how to do that, so. Whew. Now, yes, and I found out through GG himself, I'm at 33. Master number, top of the heap. I'm a master teacher. I didn't even know that. So I was already teaching. I was already teaching. I always been a teacher in terms of every part of my life. I would just help people out. I would understand subjects really well, and I'd help them basically learn it. And I was always really good at instructing people. And it just ended up that's what I was really good at. And it just turned out that I was just a teacher of crypto, and in the crypto space for a long time. And then GG says, like, first thing is, what's your birthday? What's your number? Okay. What year are you born? Oh, you're a goat, metal goat. Okay, good. Boom, the less pussy of all the goats. I was like, really? Like, a lot of goats are pussy? Oh, yeah. A lot of the goats are pussies. Like, especially, he said the only goats are tougher metal goats. I was like, oh, well, good thing I'm a metal goat, I said. And then he's like, yeah, you're a 33. Makes sense. What do you do? I teach along with Charlie, the largest cryptocurrency education course on the planet. I'm not surprised. Then he did Charlie's numbers. What is he? A 7. Genius number. Master teacher and the genius working together. Dream team. Whew. Fuck, that deserves yo, Pepe.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think like it never happened, that we were nothing. I don't even need your love. You treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Cut your friends, collect your records and change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
I have to give this comment a heads up, man. This shit's hilarious. Ravioli, give me the moon mathioli. I love that. I'll give you the moon, but not the math. The math will be in the Crypto Mindset course. But all super chats will be read. If you super chat right now, I'll read it later on and stuff. Once I'm done with my ranting and raving and jumping around like a lunatic, like a madman. Have I been up all day? Yes. Have I been streaming all day? Yes. Have I done a bunch of unrecorded streams? Yes, I have. This is not stream number 3. This is stream number 4, 5. Actually, no, wait. I guess 4.5. I did like a little interview with somebody on a live stream call and stuff like that with their guys. But let me start off with something big right here, right? For some of you guys who watch me, you might know this number, right? Currently, as we stand right now, I was probably one of the first guys during this whole run to be talking about the Ethereum ETF. You guys know this. Anyone who's watching me for a long time knows I was talking about the Ethereum ETF. I literally talked about the Solana ETF first. And I think a day later after I talked, you guys can look this up. The day after I said it, and then there was like announcements that there may be a possibility from Solana ETF. But I truly believe Ethereum this cycle, right? If we get a limp dick ass bull run, We're going $12,000 to $14,000 on Ethereum alone. And if this thing ends up being this 2017 cycle that I truly believe we're heading into, we're going $25,000 to $27,000 on Ethereum. So if we get a normal cycle, we're going 12 to 14. If we end up getting the blow off top crazy 2017 cycle, ladies and gentlemen, we're going $25,000 to $27,000 on Ethereum. That's granddaddy. That's grandpappy. So what the fuck you think we're going to be talking about today? We're talking about some stupid, crazy high numbers. Everyone right here loves money, man, and is here for this. Get this cash, man. Ready to change your life. Down payment money, house paid off money, retirement money, mistresses money. So much money your wife won't leave you because she cannot. We're talking about some fucking crazy money, you guys. The boomers are here. They're here to buy. The greatest wealth transfer is about to happen. It's happening within this decade. The 25 cycle and the 2029 cycle is going to be crazy. Load up. Now, the next coin on the list. But Miguel, how possibly could it get up like this? Upgrades. There's going to be upgrades. There's going to be an upgrade to EVM. I believe that's going to happen to Ethereum. There's going to be other upgrades that are going to happen deeper and deeper into 25. But I believe some of these Ethereum upgrades are going to start happening to roll down the amount of gas fees on Ethereum, and then the ETFs and the purchases on Ethereum are going to keep increasing, and the supply is just going to be very inelastic, and it just goes like that. Now, Solana. Right? Obviously, we bought Solana really cheap on this channel. I personally bought a lot at 18 and 25 bucks. That was my two big entry points. And then the rest I've been buying with just little chiclet money here and there, just on the way up and stuff, just to add a little more position and, that sort of thing, right? Solana is hitting 12 to 14 grand. $1,400. Sorry, not 14 grand. That'd be crazy, right? No. But $1,200 to $1,400 is like, even without the ETF, it's going to hit that pretty easily. But with an ETF, homies, you guys, it's $2,400. $2,400 on Soul Bros. It could 24x from right here. Could take a year and a half, but a 24x on Soul still is locked in. It's baked in. Now, I'm not talking about, and this is the thing, some people, they don't know how to do any of this math. They don't know how to do any of these, market cap calculations. They don't know how to figure out, some of these news cycles and sort of, possible, actual macro events that could happen to it and these fundamental changes. But, 14K, well, hey, all right. Solana is getting better. They kicked out the soy boys and the, you know what, look. You know who stole your money, you guys? You know who stole your money? These guys stole the people who fucked over Solana and fucked over FTX stole that money in order to date this chick.
Might not like what this tweet has to say, but you can't deny the accuracy. This woman had a harem of 10 multi-millionaires. Her game needs to be studied. Some of y'all are out here getting fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake nails, Botox, and bag yourself a rich man. This lady landed 10 multi-millionaires, and she probably uses 3-in-1 shampoo. Says again, some of y'all ladies are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in the salon to bag yourself a rich man. This lady bagged 10 rich men. I don't think she even knows how to contour her makeup. I don't think she's even watched a makeup tutorial. Her game needs to be studied. Lady, this should be your blueprint. Most of y'all are out here buying skims, following the Kim K blueprint. Where's that landing you? Ghosted, online, complaining about where are the provider men. She had 10 provider men. I don't think she even wears lotion. You need to find out what she did. She must have unlocked some sort of new branch on the sexual trek tree. Look, I don't have no idea what she did, but ladies, if I were you, I'd try to figure out what the special sauce was, because it's powerful.
Her head game was on crazy, you guys. Do you guys see that? You guys see that interview of her? She's getting interviewed by two dudes like she just got banged, or she's about to bang these two dudes. It looked like a porn scene. Knees were red. Bros. Them dark elves are crazy. Them dark elves are crazy, you guys. And she had more holy shit. Holy Glock 5000, bros. She uses 3-in-1 shampoo conditioner. She can't contour. She's never watched a makeup tutorial in her life. She's got, for my female watchers, she's got more men than you. Whew. All my real watchers know what I mean when I say dark elves. Bro, this is how bad it was. She was You know who her favorite was? What? Like I looked into this. Like if you look at the link below, I have a stream right here with Rollo Tomasi where we go over what happened to the FTX debacle, right? And she basically, her favorite guy was the head programmer for FTX, and it made Sam and all these dudes so fucking jealous, dude. Oh shit, dude. I gotta play for that. I'm gonna play that shit one more time for you guys. Like, really soak that in. This is where you're this is the lady. She was the one running Alameda Capital. She was the one degening all your guys' money. If you guys had money on FTX, and she was getting her back blown out by 10 skinny dorks.
Might not like what this tweet has to say, but you can't deny the accuracy. This woman had a harem of 10 multi-millionaires. Her game needs to be studied. Some of y'all are out here getting fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake nails, Botox, and bag yourself a rich man. This lady landed 10 multi-millionaires, and she probably uses 3-in-1 shampoo. Say this again, some of y'all ladies are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in the salon to bag yourself a rich man. This lady bagged 10 rich men. I don't think she even knows how to contour and makeup. I don't think she's even watched a makeup tutorial. Her game needs to be studied. Lady, this should be your blueprint. Most of y'all are out here buying Skims, following the Kim K blueprint. Where's that landing you? Ghosted, online, complaining about where are the provider men. She had 10 provider men. I don't think she even wears lotion. You need to find out what she did. She must have unlocked some sort of new branch on the sexual trek tree. Look, I don't have no idea what she did, but ladies, if I were you, I try to figure out what the special sauce was, because it's powerful.
Now, with the ETF and how crazy Solana summary, like, actually, matter of fact, do I try to look at my soul glasses? I have them here somewhere. I have to ask Kyle to go look for them. Where's my Solana? I had a bunch of these fucking. Oh well, whatever. I'll wear these for a second. Now, Solana, right? We're talking about, the possibility, kind of the worst case is 1,200 to 1,400 with the ETF pass for Solana. We're talking upwards of like 2,400 to like $3,300 on Solana alone. Like the thing is like the higher Bitcoin goes, and the longer this cycle goes, and how crazy, dude. Like, I'm gonna hold out right there and just say, I'll say 2,400 to 3,300 bucks, right? But oh my god, dudes, like, oh my gods, like, it is a crazy sort of thing, So Solana summer, I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, I believe it's totally possible. Now, you can pick that bitch up for like under $100 right now. Easy pickup. Just, you don't got to go crazy. All the coins we're going to talk about today, these are coins where, like, you have time still, but hurry the fuck up. We're talking about this in the course a lot, right? Now, the next on the list, Phantom, FTM. Whoo! Phantom Sonic upgrade. An upgrade I've been talking about for almost 2 years now is here.
Can't catch me! I'm the fastest thing alive! I was thinking about why so many in the radical left participate in speed running. Huh? The reason is the left's lack of work ethic. What? Go fast rather than do it right. And in a Petersonian sense... Petersonian? To elevate alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace. fastest hedgehog.
Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're a beta male, Sonic.
So they're doing the Sonic upgrade for Phantom, and it's basically a heart transplant. They're taking the EVM out, which is the Ethereum virtual machine out, and swapping in the FVM, which is the Phantom virtual machine. Literally, we're talking about a 9 to 11x increase in throughput of transactions and smart contracts per block. A big speed upgrade. Fees are going to come down, and it's EVM compatible. So that means it can go on. Guess where it can go? On Ethereum. And if we look over here, right? So let's look real quick. Solana, $99, $100. There's still a 12 to a fucking 33x left in this bitch. Not bad, right? We go down here to let me put FTM, right? We go to FTM. It's number 69. Wow, couldn't make that up. 35 cents. 35 cents. It's limp dick top, right? Like the same things don't run as crazy as we think. It's still hitting $6. But more than likely, it's going to hit about $10. $10. It's 35 cents right now. Right? Let me do some mathematication on this, right? That's about a 28x still. Possibly even higher. Because it's still not listed on Coinbase. It can be added to more exchanges. Its DeFi is really good. They're coming out with the fucking bank for it. They're coming out with a stable coin. They're going to get the bridge back. They're going to sue. They're suing to get back their money from fucking the multi-hack bridge. Homies. Phantom's a fucking no-brainer. You guys want value? This is some of the free shit we're going to give you. Kraken's a great exchange. Look. Where can I buy it? There's some of the markets here, right? Bam, 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 bam. But you can get it. You can buy it on what's called Gemini, Kraken. I'd probably go Kraken. Really, Kraken's a lot more safer and stuff like that, less jurisdiction. But if you're New York, Gemini, of course. Dude, Phantom's all-time high, right? $3.46. Now, I've caught something fucking weird, right? Am I crazy? Okay, right now, you guys. What was Dogecoin's all-time high? What was Dogecoin's all-time high? It was 81 cents, right? You guys remember seeing the all-time high. It went to 80 cents plus. Who remembers? Type 1 in the chat if you remember that the Dogecoin's all-time high was at least 80 cents. I'll wait for your response. Type 1 if you believe that. Type 2 if it wasn't. But brothers and sisters, they rewrite history. This tends to happen. So if you're actually there on the day and you remember, prices are way higher than you remember they were. They actually did hit higher than you think they did. What happens is over time, they start kind of like lowering the all-time high down. I don't know why. Like even on this now, they're lying and saying we went to 73 cents. Brothers, this was in the 80-cent range. This went to 80 cents plus. It's at 73 cents now. How the fuck? You guys remember, man. Me and Charlie were talking about this the other day. Like, what the hell? This is so weird. Because we both remembered it. We were there. They get rid of the wicks and stuff. They get rid of those. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, they won't get rid of the rips for Bitcoin. Freaking crazy. Freaking crazy. But I mean, with Dogecoin too, let's just go into it, right? Look, all time. All right, I'll count it. Let's just say 75 cents, right? All time high. Come on. Dogecoin is at least going to a couple dollars, bros, even if it's lagging behind. As long as Elon doesn't completely throw it down the fucking cliff and just, kill it and shit. Do you know, to tell you the truth, Dogecoin actually has a chance of getting an ETF. Can you believe that shit? I cannot believe I said that out loud. But yeah, Dogecoin has the ability to get an ETF. It truly does. It really, really does. It's stupid. Like, this is going to get to $1. It's at 8 cents right now. It's going to get to a fucking dollar. A Dogecoin meme, inflationary, infinite supply meme coin, who was worth fractions of pennies in the past, is going to be worth $1 at least at the top or more. Let's just. It's probably at least going to $2.25, maybe $2.50, $3. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit, bros? But these coins take a long time to pump up, so this thing will lag out forever. It's gonna lag out a long time, and then poof, it's popping. Oh, we got a wild CC appears.
How's it going?
What's going on, man? I don't know how much you caught so far, but I've talked about the Ethereum all-time high prices. I've talked about Solana, Phantom. I was talking about the inconsistencies on the Dogecoin all-time high chart and how they lowered it.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. You think they lowered it to try to make it easier to hit, possibly, or like it didn't go as high, or like I'm just trying to think of why they would do that.
So my theory on something like that is why they're only doing it there because that's the only place they can control that data, right? So CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, any of these market cap sites, they're only going to be playing to the lazy person, because you can look up the chart on TradingView or on any of these charting sites and see the true price of where it's been. But who buys Dogecoin? Who buys Shiba Inu? The lazy investor.
The layman.
Yeah, the layman. I mean, they are lazy investors because they're not doing their due diligence, right? They're not jumping into the crypto mindset course. They're not making sure that they can make as much as possible. So my assumption in terms of the logic there from something like CoinGecko would be, well, most of these plebs aren't going to be looking anywhere except for some of these easy market cap sites. So let's make it look easier to hit. And then they're going to be talking about that dollar Dogecoin, a lot faster, most likely, or something along those lines, right? So I think they're just banking on people's lack of due diligence, which isn't wrong in a lot of the times when we're getting towards new all-time highs in crypto. So what if, Bitcoin's hitting 100,000 at the end of the year and Dogecoin's at that price, and they're like, oh, see, it's going to hit a new all-time high like this week. And, they're not worried about the chop then between that 70 cents to 80 cents. To me personally, it's kind of stupid, but if they do that and it worked before, or if they did it and it worked before, then there might be some rhyme to reason to that, I guess. But yeah, we're not going to get fooled by that shit.
I mean, it could be. I mean, like, now really thinking about that, because that's a great. Actually, I didn't even thought about that. That's a great explanation, because they could possibly be doing it so guys can do multiples in math in their head. Like, maybe it does 2x from all-time highs. Right. So their math will be off. Oh, so right. they think like, wow, this has gone beyond. This is going to break a new paradigm or a new thing. And then they're like, we'll just dump on them. Because if the all-time high, if you don't have the all-time high, this is a math on, because I look, Charlie, we're not going in too much in the math and too much of the science behind it, because
we're going to the left side of the bell curve here.
Yeah, we're going to the left side of the bell curve. We're going to talk about MoonMath and how we do some of these calculations and sort of like, and how we can sort of figure out prices for all-time highs, but in the crypto mindset course. But someone said Mathioli's give me the moon Mathioli or something. And I was like, no, I can't. But
it's like a nice pizza pie. It's a more.
Yeah. Like Rollo has a great sort of a series where he's talking about kids with dynamite. So it's No, it's basically this whole
I
thing.
know.
Where, like, some men learn the red pill, or they learn these abilities to like pick up chicks and shit, and then without learning the proper part of the. I mean, they learn all the red pill skills of picking up women, but they don't really learn frame, and they don't really take in the red pill.
Yeah,
And
they don't
it's
learn the
giving,
application properly. Like it's the
correct.
details that they just like, I'll glaze over that stuff. It's not that important.
Yeah, they can pick up chicks, but then just like keep getting wrecked by them, and just taking
Getting
advantage.
what? You cut out there for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. They keep getting wrecked by women and stuff, and just
Yeah.
letting things happen to them. And so it's like giving a bunch of children dynamite, and like,
Yeah.
So I said, like, I'm gonna give you the moon, but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna give you guys dynamite.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, we give people the firecrackers, we give people the dynamite, we give them the matches, and we just say, hey, you're the one that lights that match. But we don't say like, hey, here, take it, and like give it to them already lit or anything like that, right? Like, there's a Surgeon General's warning on each device. Hey, Ethereum, Bitcoin, these are your Roman candles. They're fun. You can hold it onto it. You can throw it around. It's all good. But just don't point it at yourself, right? Versus, here's one that's like the blaze of glory. You might want to walk 10, 15, 30 feet away after lighting it, and probably within 30 seconds, So,
Right.
Yeah, we give you guys the risk parameters, for sure.
So even in the last year, Dogecoin basically only dropped to like 7. I'll call it 6 cents. 6 cents average. So right now it's at 8 cents. If you guys buy Doge, right? This probably has the most fundamentals, or
It's just what is dead may never die.
yeah, it's survived this long already. Elon likes it. It's the first real meme coin ever. It's built on Litecoin, which is like the reason it's be able to be so fast and operates pretty flawlessly. So if you're going to buy this coin, all your purchases should be under 12 cents. All of them. I'm going to get mad if any of you guys are buying this above 12 cents.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get okay. 2x the price. 16 cents. Absolute fucking haram limit. Because in order to make money, you need to be as early to buy, because look, it's 5 cents low. Okay, no. Right now we're 3 cents off the bottom. Okay, that's not bad. Like right now, still.
It's very good.
Very good, not bad. But you want to get your shit done before 16 cents. All right. And preferably, big word here, preferably under 10 cents. Because if this thing goes for $1, you lock in like a 12x. The more X's you have, the more room you have time to maneuver, and more times you have to slap yourself in the fucking face to wake up and look at the fucking mirror and say, "Hey, bro, I need to take some cash out."
Yep.
There's gonna be dudes buying this at 53 cents, 75 cents. People are gonna be like, "Oh boy, Charlie, I'm gonna buy this at $1."
Doge is going to $5, bro. That's what I heard on the street. So you gotta get a little bit.
Dogecoin a day keeps the doctor away.
And Dogecoin's going to the moon, bro. Like literally to the moon, right? Like I think, isn't Elon going to like? I don't know how he's doing this. Like, is he locking it up on the private seed or something on like a paper wallet and sending it to the moon or something? Like I don't know.
I don't know, but we'll have to see. Can you imagine the master keys to the network running that Tesla he shot into space?
This is like out in the middle of nowhere.
Now, yeah, but all jokes aside, though, I mean, it'll probably do very well. It's probably going to do really well. Yeah. It's not going to have network issues. It's on Litecoin. It's protected pretty well with script. Litecoin's going to be here for Litecoin will probably get an ETF as well. So Litecoin's going to get an ETF. The thing is, for Litecoin, I'm still working out the MoonMath on that one, so I just can't really tell you the math on that one just yet. By the time we have the course, I think I'll have the MoonMath on it. But still, I think there still is other better opportunity. I think it could catch people off guard because people forget it'll get an ETF and then it gets one and pump decently and then just kind of lag out for a while.
Yeah, my favorite Elon Musk clip is him just saying how he does not respect the SEC at all. So if Dogecoin actually got an ETF this bull market, holy shit, bro. Like that would be absolutely hilarious because that'd just be like the total complete capitulation loss of Gary Gensler. He'd probably be fired by that point, which would be great.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about, shout out to Paul. We were on his podcast, Come On Man podcast, and we said there's going to be sort of like this whole montage, and this whole little thing of like, first it's Bitcoin ETF, then the Ethereum ETF, then from there it can go one of three ways. It can go into L1s. It can go a light, because like it's the sort of thing like right now, like Bitcoin, Ethereum is such a no brainer. Duh, 1 and 2. From there, danger. Okay. Then so it's like either they go really safe and they're like Bitcoin Cash Litecoin because it's on every fucking exchange no matter what when it launches, right? Then after that, then it's going to be like maybe Solana, maybe and they're obviously leaning towards things they can control a little bit, and like obviously Solana's based here in the United States, so VCs are in it. So this is why I'm pretty confident saying there's going to be an ETF for Solana because the fucking VCs are in it really big. And
Solana, Ripple. And bring it to the top coins by market cap real quick, because I think Solana and Ripple make the most sense to me simply because Ripple, it's been around for such a long time. They like the TradFi game. I wouldn't see why not. Solana also doesn't mind the TradFi game. Like you said, they have a lot of VCs and stuff. Everything else, I think is just a big question mark. Because like Cardano could, but I think it's too much of a like native crypto asset. Like it's just pure, it's been kind of pure crypto. So it's the stuff that kind of reaches the other side of the aisle with TradFi that it might get the ETFs first. But that's just we'll see.
Chainlink, actually, to believe it or not, Chainlink could get an ETF. I could see it.
Yeah, it's the main Oracle service. Yeah.
Oracle service, and it's no matter what. I mean, they're in the World Economic Forum pockets already and stuff like that. So I'm not shitting on it. We actually had Chainlink up today
as well. I mean, Polkadot's there with that same group of people.
But it's a sort of thing is like which of these ETFs are going to be during the bull run versus are going to be that as well as
after at the end.
Correct, and also you also need a certain amount of kind of lobbying that's being done for you and stuff like that. So, that's kind of fun. Can you imagine Hex getting an ETF? That'd be crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, that is one thing Charles Hodgkinson has done decently, is he has gone to Washington and he has talked with politicians. So, I guess that gives Cardano a shot at least. You know what? One we're definitely not going to see an ETF on.
What?
Tron.
Oh yeah.
At least not in the United States.
Someone pulls it out. So, Charlie, how does it feel to be wrong?
I would be like, this is the top of the market, sir.
Yeah, we're at the top of the market. Tron's our boy Justin son of Tron of Sun, got an ETF in the United States. Ching Chang Hang Chuing got a fucking, oh my god, bros.
And the guy that they haven't been able to they've wanted to try to press charges against him, but he's slippery beyond the borders.
Yeah, I mean, this actually brings something to my here. Let me pull it up real quick.
And I personally don't have anything against Justin's son, but
no, he's a good trader, great trader. He's killed it on the trader game right here. Right now, let's look at this. Poof. Now, this is Vitalik had actually made this list back in the day. And it just came out of like these are kind of the top people who he counted as main characters and not a main character. So literally a lot of this main character bullshit actually came from Vitalik himself.
I saw this tweet, but I forgot who tweeted it.
Oh, so originally it was by this guy right here, Martin, storyteller. And then from there, Somi picked it up and a bunch of other people picked it up, but I know there was another there's a main ETH guy that threw it out. I don't know who it really was.
Yeah, but can you blow it up again?
Yeah. So
okay. And the one that's interesting, right, is Craig Wright and Roger Ver right there, because I would say they're side characters for sure. They're not right now, they're not main characters like they used to be, but Craig Wright's getting enough, recognition from not being Satoshi that the court cases kind of keep him a little bit relevant. Brad Glaringhouse, he's going to actually potentially become a main character depending on his lawsuit because they're suing him directly instead of Ripple because they lost their case against Ripple. But in terms of all the ones who've been X'd out, those would be the only.
Sam
The only
Trabucco
two
was
I
an
disagree with. Yeah, Sam Trabucco could become a main character, but he'll be a ninja shadow character for right now.
Yeah. And I don't agree. And I don't agree with Andre. He's back already. This is wrong.
Where's Andre?
Oh, sorry. Let me go back to this. Right here. Andre. He X'd out Andre. This is wrong.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
And Kathy Woods for some reason.
Kathy Woods, like, what's wrong with this list? Like,
so this must have been during the early part of the Bear run, I think was what happened.
Yeah. So there could be like at least 4 or 5 on there that, change in that sense.
Let's see, Dan Lemon, Jeb McCaleb, Brad Garley. I mean, he's still running XRP. Like that's wrong. Obviously.
Yeah, and I think in the ones that say still main character at the first part of the list, it makes a lot of sense. But as you get towards the end there, it just ends up being people that are probably his friends that are influencers basically. So like Gainsey, Donald, Haska, Bob Lucas, Peter Brandt, Cred, like they've all been here a long period of time, but Bob Lucas has become a main character because a lot of people talk about him. But I would say a lot of the other ones, and Peter Brandt too, actually, because I don't know why, but I kind of know why. He has a lot of friends in Wall Street. A lot of news articles tend to pick him up and stuff when he says stuff. But he was one of the ones with Willie Woo at the end of the last bull market saying we're going to $400,000 Bitcoin. I'm like, yeah, right.
And look, I like Andreas Antonopoulos, but he has not been relevant since like 2020 almost.
Yeah, he's been given useful information still, but he hasn't been in the limelight as much for sure.
Not to say he's relevant, he's so important. Like literally, I've got nothing but respect for Andreas Antonopoulos. He's been on Joe Rogan. He onboarded so many people into Bitcoin. Like this is not me throwing like shade at him. But if I'm talking about like a current list of people who were influential, like it's like Andre isn't on the list because he's just kind of a little more in the background, and he kind of got who took his thunder 100%. It was Plan B. Plan B took his thunder a lot in the last cycle, and deservingly so. Plan B deserves to be right there on that list, X'd out. I totally agree with that shit.
Yeah, what I saw recently? I think he said something like, what was his indicator called again? I forgot what it was called, but yeah.
It wasn't the rainbow. It was the stock to flow, right?
Yeah, the stock to flow ratio, right. So I saw either a tweet by him or a small video or something that said like, the stock to flow ratio is going to be right this time or something, and I was just like, like
I remember that. Yeah.
And they just for me, my thinking on that is like, okay, they're just trying to find as many narratives to FOMO Wall Street, to a higher price than they think that Bitcoin can actually get.
Now you really don't have to FOMO. I say what's going to happen is we're going to end up getting more Plan Bs in not this cycle, next cycle, because there's no really need. Like all you need is just Bitcoin to perform what it does, and all these ETFs launching. It's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy of prices going up. But here's the problem: is that after they get burned in 26 badly to a crisp, there's going to need some sort of like stock to flow bullshit ass. I mean, they're going to need something to kind of FOMO in, because then now, more of Wall Street can get in. So they're going to need ways to kind of FOMO in more of these. I really believe it's going to be more of a hedge fund play in 2029 than it is, because it's the it's this thing that I talk about in the course, and we're going to talk about it later on, is cycles theory, and we're going to have even 2020 was great. My cycle series is basically this: you have a retail cycle and you have a pioneer cycle. In a pioneer cycle, so after you have a retail cycle, retail comes in, destroys everything, and it burns to the ground. So imagine Black Friday, and you destroyed. Then we have to rebuild it, like we evolve it, change it up, build new technology. We're like, this stuff's crazy. Look what happened. So in the 2013 cycle, they created meme coins, they created altcoins for the first time. Brand new thing, vaporware shitcoins. Speculate on. Wow. And then what happened in 2017? That squared.
Right.
What happened in 21? We created DeFi.
L1s.
What happened this time? Squared. L1s. Squared. That's what's happening this time. And then what's going to happen? They're going to fail. I mean, one's going to do pretty decently, but still it's just boom. It's just a lot of the L1s are going to break. They're not going to be able to scale.
Yeah. And they all can't make it. Like it is what it is.
So I did find it funny numerology wise that like Richard Hart's number 8, that's the money number.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting though. It's like Justin Sun, Barry Silver, Winklevoss twins, Charles Hawkinson, Gavin Wood, Richard Hurt, Arthur Hayes. People fucking sleep on Arthur Hayes. Holy fucking.
I think he's been getting popular enough. Like people were sleeping on him until I think about like Q4 of last year. I think he's starting to wake up a lot of people now.
Well, I mean, maybe like I know but it's also because we're hyper paying attention to him too, though. Like,
that's part of it. I would just, I'm only speaking to people who are already in crypto, like the crypto natives already, right? Like a lot of people had forgotten about him and kind of written him off because basically he'd gotten charged and he was under house arrest for a long time. But it was great to see him do interviews from like the mansion he had when he was under house arrest because like. The dude was still balling. It was hilarious.
Who's Jordan Fish?
That's what I was gonna say. Exactly that. I was just gonna say, like, who the hell is this guy? And like, how the hell do you think he's a main character?
Like Gainsey makes sense. Gainsey, Don Alt God, Haska, yeah, for sure. Crypto Cred, yeah. Some of these make sense.
Yeah, all those guys are like Twitter famous, right? Like crypto Twitter famous.
But still,
you know what they don't have on here? If they're going to include like influencers, right? They don't have the YouTube people, which is essentially Ran, Altcoin Daily, and BitBoy.
Right.
And Coin Bureau. Those five, right?
I mean, it is true, but I would say Coin Bureau kind of he just drops his video, stays in his lane. He doesn't go out too much. But I feel you.
But he still does get paid to shell coins, guaranteed.
I got to work on one of my own lists. I'm gonna make my own list. I'm gonna call it the crypto hot or not list or something like that.
Yeah,
but interesting.
Yeah.
So
Obedient Hexus Mashinsky's the deadbeat dad of crypto.
So so I said, I mean, it's pretty like I said, like, you know, kind of a limp dick all-time high for Phantoms somewhere in the $6 or $7 range.
Yeah.
But more than likely we're just hitting $10 and it's 10 to 15 in there. It like, as we know how crazy the cycle is, the more we can get a little more accurate. But then there's also comes a point in time too. There's something I like to call the fervor of bull runs. So me and a lot of the original speculations that me and Charlie did in terms of the big coins in the first three courses we did were pretty accurate. What happens is as the bull run continues on, things are getting hotter and hotter. Your temperature gauge kind of like turns off or like misaligns a little bit. And so it's possible right now, maybe we're too low because how bearish we are, but there comes a point in time, like, you know, maybe in quarter 3, quarter 4, we're probably of this year, we're probably the most accurate of where things are going because things are a little warmer, so we can see a little more over the bend where it goes and stuff like that. You know, like, you know, it's like couching, like calling the bottoms and stuff like that's a lot easier than the tops and stuff. It's much more.
Oh my god,
much more fun.
So here's the thing that you got to like a really basic fact about markets, right? Is bottoms. They accumulate over a longer period of time, right? So you don't stay at the absolute bottom for a long period of time, but you stay in that accumulation basin a decent amount of time. Bull markets takes time to get confidence back in that market after that accumulation phase. So it takes time for the market to kind of come up, come back down a little bit, go back up, and then hit new all-time highs, right? Once we're in the raging bull market, yeah, it's easy for price to go up, but the beginning of a bear market happens a lot faster than anything else, right? So it's easy to lose confidence in an asset among like a wide group of people, but it's very hard to get people to gain that confidence back. So the tops usually aren't like nearly as long as the bottoms in terms of the accumulation or the DCA out. And then the peaks and the absolute peaks and troughs of that also are what do you call it? On the top is a lot more quick to go back down than, you know, the bottom. Sometimes, like I think on Bitcoin, you had about a month or under that $20,000 range, whereas above 65,000 or even above 60,000 was like maybe a couple weeks. So yeah, that's part of the time is the part of the reason there why people have you know, trouble with the tops compared to the bottoms.
Right. And there's also this one thing too, is that we were comparing. Here's another thing too, that like this is where it comes more experience from us, is like We know what a 2017 cycle is, and we now know what a 21 cycle is. There's a big difference, and obviously what ends up happening is you compare, like we were probably comparing also a 2017 cycle as well, because it was hockey sticks and stuff, very big hockey sticks. But shout out to Fresh and Fit, shout out to Fresh and Fit Money Clips, man. Very best in the business. Thanks for the shows on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Shout out to you, brother.
Yep.
And then Black Ice reality check, man. Go Miguel, man. Hey, what's up, man? Let's keep going. And this is true, man. DCC and CC are the only ones that stayed consistent in crypto. That's right. Everyone left or took a vacation or went on
vacation. I only know business trips. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys don't worry. All super chats will be read. You guys don't worry. So I will read your super chats at the end there, but we're going to finish up. We're going to keep going right now. So let's talk about it. I mean, I'm the Hexican Mexican. I'm the Hexo Cristo. Let's talk about Hex, right? Now, obviously, Hex has split up into two coins, eHex and pHex. So when I talk about all-time highs, I'm talking about a combined coin price, right? Mm-hmm. Just to kind of go over where we're at right now currently. Screen. If I go to goldpulse.com, currently we're at 2.4 cents combined price. This is eHex with pHex. pHex right now is 1.6 cents, and eHex is currently 85% of a penny. So we're at 2.5 cents right now combined price. So I truly believe this cycle, the more bearish top for the combined price of Hex is $2. Is $2. This could be something closer to maybe like $1.25 pHex and like 85-cent eHex. That's totally in the realm of possibility. Maybe things get so crazy on Ethereum that the gas fees kind of nuke eHex a little bit, and it could be 40-cent eHex and $1.60. Totally possible. So, but somewhere in the range there, right?
Yeah, and like if you're to just like, I think Hex is more focused in this since it's not a layer one itself. Like a lot of the layer ones, right? The easy moon math you can do on those is, well, in Ethereum's second cycle, it went from a previous peak of 1,400 to a new peak of 4,500 or 4,800, right? About a 250% increase or a 3x. So, what do you call it? Seeing, most of these layer ones from their previous peak do about a 3x would make sense. And for something like Hex, that'd be like $1.65. Yeah. Obviously, it's not a layer one, so it has more concentrated bets on it. The only thing is that now it is included in the Pulse ecosystem. So $2 I think is extremely reasonable of a combined price. And that's the only true kind of caveat you have with it, is that split between E and pHex. Is that a good thing or not? Right. Because I think that the spreading of the bets might kind of take some of its thunder away. But like you said, that's kind of your expected range. And, a lot of times on the second cycle, Cardano, as an example, right? In that last cycle, it'd been around a while and it still did close to 100x from bottom to top.
Yeah.
And that's partially because the COVID crash, made it way undervalued, but at the same time, and then it slingshotted it back up. But a lot of other coins had that opportunity too and didn't nearly have as much volatility. So if you have a really fervent community that's really focused on it, you can go more than that on the
and it kind of felt too that the whole COVID crash too, there's one thing living through it, another time experiencing what it did to the market. There was a bit of a lag out effect. Like we did get the COVID crash, but then I personally felt like we didn't really hit the real crazy people acting stupid about COVID until 2021, I'm sorry, because this is when countries were in full lockdown. People were really stuck.
Right.
Yeah, because when COVID really
the biggest effects.
Yeah, the biggest effects and stuff. Because I remember going to Puerto Rico and it was a fucking lockdown, siege state. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without showing a vaccination card and everything like that.
I'm so glad I was where I was at.
Yeah, you did pretty good. You did pretty good in Tokyo, Charlie. Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
Tokyo was free and clear. The New Year's where I forget which year it was exactly. Maybe it was the end of 21 or the end of 2020. I can't remember. But one of those New Year's, everybody in Tokyo was out bar hopping, no masks, everybody having a good time, slapping each other on the back, playing darts, all that shit, right? And everywhere else in the world was if you touch somebody, you will die, and I was just Well, apparently, maybe there's something in the water in Tokyo that's
Not in the
cure all.
Scandinavian countries. Not in the Scandinavian countries. They were just fucking just out there on the beaches and shit, titties out and everything, having the time.
Hey, I didn't hear of any mass deaths there, so I think we're good.
Let me see. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, that's really red. Wow.
Yeah, it looks pretty red.
Yeah, that's pretty red.
Red candles everywhere.
I see red everywhere, you guys. Yeah, I just got these in the mail the other day. It's kind of funny.
Show me the other ones. I'll put them on.
Oh, yeah. I put these on at the beginning of the show.
I like those ones better.
Yeah, they're pretty nice and stuff. But they reflect off the screen too much, which is a little annoying. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just put on my Gucci shades right now in a minute. But
or Solana Hot Boy
the Solana summer ones are pretty wild and stuff. But
dude, the Solana summer ones are the best. What are you talking about?
No, they're good. It's just like it is annoying. Like you're trying to stream and then it's just everyone's distracted by what's bouncing off your stream, off your glasses, which is the annoying part of it. You know,
wearing glasses and streaming doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just as much as sunglasses indoors at night doesn't make a lot of sense. But hey, people still do it.
Earth swap. 2020 was the longest 10 years of my life. Oh, so gold. But okay, so back to Hex, right? So I believe a $2 combined price for eHex and pHex is, I think, where be more of a bearish all-time high. Where I believe eHex, pHex, this is combined price, could possibly go to is $5.56. That would be a combined price of a 10,000x. I mean, 100,000x. Forgive me, 100,000x, because the all-time high for Hex in the last bull run was 56 cents. It hit that. It could do a 10x past that and go to like 5. But now it actually is even. I think it's actually now. As soon as people get more used to it and more people come in and the lower liquidity on the eHex side, I mean, it's to a point where like, I mean, it's very very possible that we could, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's very very possible that, you know, we could hit something like, because that would mean like, you know, maybe one coin's $2, other one's $3. Like, it's very very possible. And also like we're talking about Ethereum at a very high price. It could be $14,000, $16,000, $18,000 per Ethereum. I mean, that's a lot of capital. That's a lot of dollars.
Yeah, and the crazy moon math on Bitcoin is 200,000 plus, right?
Keep going, Charlie. Come on. I'm not.
I cannot. I've looked at different arguments, and I'm like, okay, I could try. Like my personal highest price I can make an argument for in Bitcoin is $225,000, but still a little bit out there. But and so I might round it up to like 250 max, like because people are going to go on round numbers and stuff, right? But for Ethereum, there, you know, it'd be like 20,000 to 27,000 would be kind of my max crazy numbers. And so like if those numbers hit on Bitcoin, Ethereum, then yeah, freaking anything is possible. But I think actually the thing that brings Hex up the most is kind of the legitimacy of the Pulse Chain ecosystem. So the more adoption, and like we've talked about this before, right? Hex has that kind of media stain that everybody has put on it throughout the wider crypto community. So when you mention that, it's like, you know, what do you call it? Showing across to Dracula or something, right? Yeah. Like it's just like, you know, most people in crypto. But when you say Pulse Chain, they're like, oh, what's that? Or, oh, is that the Richard Hart coin? But like, it's an ecosystem, right? And so like they're kind of a little bit more open to it and stuff. So if you kind of use Pulse Chain as your Trojan horse into the wider crypto community, and then, you know, Richard Hart has a success against the SEC that we're hoping that he can have. If those two things are successful, and then you get a lot of larger projects being like, yeah, we need to build on Pulse Chain, or at least we need to have a version of our stuff on that chain. Then once something like that happens, I think that's what opens up the doors for the crazy prices for Hex, because Hex did all the heavy lifting last bull market. I think even though Hex is going to do plenty this bull market, I think it's Pulse that has been built to evolve the ecosystem.
Yeah. So how do I say this? So people always ask me what's the Pulse Chain all-time highs or what's the Pulse X. So by explaining Pulse Chain, you can sort of figure out Pulse X pretty easily, because there's the liquidity is bonded very carefully, and I do believe at the end of the time, I actually could see Pulse X kind of eking out pulse chain for a minute just because of how much supply it's burned away over time. Because it's going to have the burn is going to have a significant effect very deep into the bull run, deep into 25 when things are going absolute bananas. PulseX is going to have that last laugh there, but then have a terrible crash. Crash. I mean, you guys, a lot of you guys ain't gonna be ready for that roller coaster ride. And let me tell you this: we're warning you today. Today, we're warning you. Okay, but I believe now there's a higher price for Hex, but this is if everything went. This is like such like I said $25 one time. Like if everything went perfect, but this is very like if everything went perfect, we're talking about like it's on exchanges. Like movies are coming out and they're actually positive. I'm talking about like lawsuits are done. Richard wins. SEC sorry. We got Richard Hart on TV just bashing the SEC, fucking everywhere, talking everywhere. How I was right. I mean, we're talking about bum 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, everything you could imagine going right and even more. We got Richard Hart on fucking Joe Rogan. I mean, it has to take like shit like that level.
Well, I want to see him on CNBC again. I think he was on there once with I forgot the guy's name. But he's done a few shows with like Natalie Brunell and a few others. But like, it'll be interesting to see how all those people react to him.
Now the retards will be like, Miguel said $25. Like, and yes, you are retarded. Very. But I do believe honestly $2 to $5 is the range. Combined is the range there. Okay. Now Pulse chain, I've said before, I really do believe 3 cents is a price point you can hit on Pulse chain because this is 1,000x. Now, this is where I leave an asterisk on it is because I believe like the worst case is a penny on Pulse chain. It just makes sense. It's just a round number. It's something that people, these predictions are getting ridiculous. Thank you. You just wait. There's more.
And here's the thing: we're not even making predictions right here. We're just talking about what's possible. Like, okay, and we're talking about if this were to happen, what would be the thing? And if you want to go and look at, me talking about, $18,000 plus Ethereum, go back to the show that I did June 14th, I think, of last year. It's pinned at the top of my YouTube channel if you just go to the main page. And Ethereum actually has a case for that. Like, believe it or not, it is crazy, but it has a case for it. So I've seen crazier shit happen in crypto, and we're not saying that this is likely, right? We're talking about like top of the top, craziness here, right? In terms of like $5, hex, or like, $5 plus, right? Like if you're to go above that, or if you're to go like for Cardano, right? Something like, $12 plus or something. I expect Cardano to hit like $8, $9, $10.
Because it had a very high, because it had even a higher all-time high. There's quite a few coins that hit that $3 and some change all-time high. So like I think Cardano hit what $360. $3.60 for its all-time high, give or take there.
Right.
And so $12 is possible. Same thing with Phantom. It's possible. I'm calling $10 now on Phantom, but it can go 15. It can go 18, $20. That's all within the range there. And we'll know as time really heats up and things go up, but there could be major fuck ups along the way as well. But this is why, we pack multiple bags, but these are some of like the faves here, right? But I really believe Pulse Chain 3 cents is very possible. But I do believe the top is below 10 cents, even when things get crazy, because things like, you got to think about it. If all right, a billion.
And sometimes those moves from like think about Bitcoin from the previous bull market, or the 2017 bull market, right? That move from 10 to 20,000 was like 2 weeks, right? So mostly just stayed around $10,000 or below. So some of those peaks, right? That doubling of price up to the peak can happen real quick. But what were you going to say?
So I was just going to say that like, so the reason like 10 cents is probably a really big stretch goal is because you got to think about this, like a billion Pulse Chain, right? This is what the whales will calculate their gains, right? At 10 cents, that's $100 million. You know what I'm saying? Per bill.
Yeah, I like those numbers.
Pretty insane. Now a penny, 2, 3, 4, 5 cents, that's all with like, all right, like things get a little like, but the higher it goes, a little squirrelier it gets, right? But and And also, too, a lot of the stacks, like right now, it's not yet now, but I would say like 85% of people who have billions of pulse chain are going to have way smaller bags by the time the all-time highs happen. Way smaller bags, because as things are going higher, people are going to take profits, and someone who had 10 could have 5 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Or a person who has 2 might end up with only like 1.1. You know what I mean? Or 800 million. Things are going to get expensive. There's like, back in my day, you could buy a million pulse chain for $34, and at 3 cents.
And just as like people don't believe, like, how do I say this? Just as people probably don't believe that that amount of pulse chain could be, multiple thousands of dollars at that time when it is, a lot of people won't believe that it was $34.
You guys are fucking lucky, man. I'm not like, I literally had guys come at me like, well, it's easy for you to say you got it and you bought this coin cheap and shit. You're like, well, I'm sorry, I'm not a retard. Sorry,
I'm paying attention.
Oops. Like, oops, you know what I mean? It's like, this is my attitude.
Stop gambling, all right? You're one spin away from generational wealth. Your daughter's college tuition is one spin away. Put your life savings on black. Remember that. Just go to Vegas, and if you lose, just keep getting loans. Remember this. Just keep spinning, keep gambling. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. You can only quit.
That's right. You can only quit buying and DCAing. you can only quit fucking cultivating crypto. You can only quit DCAing, and you're gonna cry later on. And look, people are gonna clip this and take it. And like this, I'm so glad we talked about this on Fresh and Fit. He's like, motherfuckers, and it's always Reddit motherfuckers too. For some reason, Reddit dudes, they take 10 seconds, 5 seconds out of an entire conversation. Half the time when we're on Fresh and Fit, we're not bringing things up. People are like super chatting, asking us a question. What do you think about XRP? What do you think about Hex? What do you think about this? And we answer it. And they're like, the whole stream, they were just talking about Hex. The whole stream, they're talking about Pulse Chain. The whole stream, they're talking about this or that. And no, it's just like people take stuff out of context.
And same here. We're talking a lot about a what ifs, right? We're not talking about will be's necessarily, right? There's only a few things. Like, this is the one thing with when you are projecting the overall market, the further you get away from Bitcoin and Ethereum themselves, Bitcoin and Ethereum are already difficult enough to predict, right? The further you get away from Bitcoin and Ethereum, the harder it becomes, because just the more possibilities there are. And people tend to forget that, if you've researched anything about financial markets, most financial markets are so chaotic that most of the time they are more difficult to predict than the weather in general, right? And if you were to, change the weather with, make some rain clouds or whatever, that's going to have a knock-on effect, a butterfly effect on other stuff. If you try to manipulate a token here, that's going to have a butterfly effect and a knock-on effect to other parts of the market. So, and then that changes the entire equation. So I think people, first, the newer you are to crypto, the more you just don't know what's possible because you haven't experienced it before. But then also, I would say, if you go into the what ifs, like, it's important because, like, there's this possibility, then there's that possibility. And like, it entirely depends on like 20 different domino effects that we see between now and then. So I think sometimes people just, they have about attention span of a goldfish these days, according to most statistics, right? So, and also the sad reality is I've learned through YouTube, a lot of people hear what they want to hear as well. So they only retain some of what you said, and it's either the part that made them really, really mad or really, really happy.
Right. And yeah, it's just like pretty. Let me put it into context, right? Now, is 3 cents a lot? Yes, it is. It's a lot. 1,000x. L1s have done this before. There's multiple examples. There's so many L1s that have done those kind of returns, especially on their first cycle. A lot of them. So I'm not really like fucking pulling shit on my ass, really. It's real. These coins have done this, right?
Yeah.
Now,
and we were in that camp that was saying, over 10 cent Hex, right? Going towards 50 cents or so. And people thought Hex going above 10 cents was absolutely impossible.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Like, I thought highest, because the only thing I had to relate it to was like Dogecoin back in the day. So I was like, in my head, I'm like, all right, maybe it can only get to like 5 to 8 cents maximum, because I saw Dogecoin possibly did that. So I was like, all right, because it was at the time, like Hex was the only coin that, like, besides Dogecoin, like Hex was the only coin with that high of a supply of tokens at all that you could even compromise. So I was like, maybe it can go to 8 cents. That was my highest possibility on that. But just to explain this, like, so at the all-time low, which was just not that long ago, a couple months ago, $34, $31 bought you a million Pulse Chain. At 3 cents, a million Pulse Chain is $30,000. At a penny, it's 10 grand. At half a cent, it's 5,000. At 20% of a penny, it's 2 G's. Interesting. It's almost like Ponzi-like tomb money almost. Now, PulseX is a little bit more different, right? Obviously, it's basically always historically been in this kind of 3-to-1, like basically like one Pulse Chain buys you like 2.5 to 3.5 PulseX, you know. So if Pulse Chain ever hit like 3 cents, you would see PulseX probably hit a penny or 80% of a penny. So you know, if Pulse Chain only hits a penny, we're talking about 30% of a penny would probably be PulseX, maybe a wick high to like half a cent, right? So it's a little, so by figuring out Pulse Chain, you can semi figure out PulseX, and then also from there kind of figure out what's the wick high from there, right? So, you know, if we hit high, like, I don't know, 80% of a penny to a penny Pulse Chain, you're like, all right, that was about expected, but I should have done a little better, but okay, right? But with that, you can figure out PulseX pretty easily and stuff. So there's a lot more concrete math and stuff, and kind of with EMP Hex versus Pulse Chain PulseX, first cycles ever. So
yeah,
we shall see.
Yeah, exactly. And Not Pepe had a good question here. I think he put it in a couple times, but he says, are you guys going to talk about future coins coming during the bull market in the course? And I think he also before asked, are you going to talk about coins that maybe you haven't talked about here on YouTube? Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. What are they? In the course. I hate you guys. Those are the worst. Keeping the gains to yourselves. I swear. All this free value just streaming through the bear market, giving it all away. I mean, geez, dude.
That's the one thing. You can never make everybody happy. So, you know, we just make ourselves happy. And we do. That's why I love. We do what we're true to ourselves on stream. And if that makes people happy, great. If it makes people pissed off, that's their own problem, I guess.
Like, how is it possible? These numbers are lies. This is not our first rodeo. This is the third rodeo. This is the third cycle. I saw it in 17. I saw it in 21, and I'm going to see it again in 25. Now,
last cycle was disappointing compared to 2017.
It was disappointing, but still it was nice because it was a little bit longer. It was a little longer than 20 because 2016, much less options. It was a little more concentrated, and then 2017 is where it got like you had more altcoins, and then you had a much like shorter altcoin cycle. 21 was a very big altcoin cycle. It was like everything. DeFi was born in that cycle, so we're gonna have a pretty decent run, but it could catch people off by surprise of how fast it wakes up, basically. So we're just trying to prepare and get ready.
I think, to be honest, right? So the main thing about altcoins in the 2017 cycle is almost all of them, everybody was like, man, they all turned out to be scams. They're all crap and vaporware, this, that. And people were very angry at ICOs and altcoins in general during that bear market versus this last bear market that we had. A lot of the layer ones survived. A lot of them actually did do some things. And yeah, there were some disappointments. There were some things that people got pissed off about for sure. And it was a brutal bear market, given that. But I would say there was a lot more faith that was restored in altcoins. Like people are like, oh, these other layers are actually being built and they're actually useful. Oh, okay. Like people started to see like the usefulness of altcoins. I think in this cycle, the kind of similar thing that will happen is with NFTs like that. People will be like, I was so jaded by NFTs last cycle. They're all crap. They're all just JPEGs, you know. And then this cycle, you actually see real use cases of NFTs in GameFi and actual things starting to go off. And they right now have low regulatory hurdles. So generally speaking, a lot of people are going to be able to, bet on that and stuff like this. So I think, you know, the comparativeness of those two sectors is kind of similar. But since last cycle, in terms of altcoins, people regained confidence in them, then that allows that 2017 possibility to come back again as well, because then you get over exuberance because there's already confidence in the assets.
Yeah, I mean, look at art right here. I easily made 6 figures in my first cycle rolling with you guys, winners. Yeah, I mean, but art was in our first course ever. He was in our first course we ever did. You know, I just have to work hard and apply.
You mentioned on Paul's channel, Come On Man, earlier today was a really important fact, which was that would have been in the same part of this cycle, would have been September of this year.
Yeah.
So imagine you guys, right, getting in 6 months before Suave was able to get in here, right? And you know how much more is possible there, right? And he's here. He's going to make even more gains. He's going to become a millionaire this cycle. I virtually guarantee that. And because, right, he not only understood everything and acted on it and then stick around, but then also he's really put in the work to be able to have that. Whereas there's some people who, you know, they really don't listen. They really don't get into the details. And then, you know, they end up getting wrecked at some point because of an easy mistake they could have avoided.
And I'm not going to go into personal stuff, but Art didn't have the easiest time as well.
Oh, right. Yeah, he had some stuff, serious stuff going on.
And it's not bullshit stuff that I mean some real shit.
Some real ass shit.
Some real ass shit, and still made that kind of money.
Yeah.
Here he is again, about to run it up this time.
Yep.
Big time. So, you know, shout out to you, Art. Shout out to Matty Allen, man. Hex Therapy Live. We're going to be live with him tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. PST. Pacific Standard Time. Yep.
On his channel.
Yeah, and I'll put up the super chat for 1 second just because this one's a good one. 4D Traveler, $2 super chat. Can Pulse Chain become the 3 in TVL during the run? I think it can. The 3 spot and 2 spot is going to be contested a lot this cycle. Obviously, the 1 spot's going to be Ethereum. There's going to be a lot of AVAX, all of them are going to have their time in the sun. AVAX might be number 2 for a second, 3 for a second, then it's going to be Solana. So I think Solana is going to be in that 1 and 2 spot the entire time. And then Pulse Chain's going to come in there. Of course, when Pulse Chain's going bananas, it's going to reclaim that it's going to happen. But it's going to be this whole game of chairs of when they're on top. You know, it's something we're going to definitely be watching. A. Simon, hey Miguel, wrote to you on Instagram, signed up for the course, but lost getting in access on the course in Telegram. How is that possible?
So in that case, this is really important because there's some people, right, who try to only go through one avenue. I would say, okay, if you've already signed up and for whatever reason you lost the link that you had received, email support@cultivatecrypto.com or charlie@cultivatecrypto.com, and our team will make sure to resend you the Telegram links and everything. So we never send you the invite link for the Telegram or the links channel where you get everything from the course directly from our social media. We always send you that from our official email address, support@cultivatecrypto.com or charlie@cultivatecrypto.com. So, and if for whatever reason those emails get put into your spam, double check your filters. Make sure to put those 2 email addresses on your whitelist or whatever on your email to make sure they don't get blocked. Yeah. And if you need to call us, literally, if you scroll down there is a phone number you can call. If you've tried everything and you're still not able to get things done, I mean, you know, give our assistants a call and they'll get you sorted one way or another. So, just because the only reason why I say that is because there are some fake accounts on Instagram, right, that try to say, hey, you're following Charlie Miguel on Instagram. Maybe you got into the course or maybe you haven't. They try to sell you it and it's not the real one, or they try to upsell you and say, hey, you have to pay this much more to become like a preferred member or something. And it's just a bunch of bullshit. They're like Filipino scammers. I mean, nothing against the Filipinos, but I saw back in the last bull market. I mean, I've been to the Philippines. It's fucking, they got good mangoes and shit. But like, what I would say is, like, I'm pretty sure I actually saw a video of the people who were faking some of the accounts at some point. They kind of made it, they had a slip, and on their Instagrams, there's a video of some of those guys in the Philippines having like a dinner at a bar or something. And I was like, that's weird. So anyways, just be very careful out there and make sure to, if you have purchased a course, to go through the official channels there once you're trying to get those links and everything.
Yeah, make sure you look. I put this on all my socials. I have my link tree here to all the official accounts that are right here. I've got blue check mark on Twitter. You guys are on my YouTube right now, and my Instagram also has a blue check mark. I have DM people. The only time I go on any mass DMs is when the course is live. I'm trying to get people in.
And you can ask us for a voice recording, right? Basically, you could be like, "Hey, can you like say something to me for like 30 seconds or whatever?" And we'll basically like record a little snippet and put it on there instead of writing a message. And that's definitely one way. Unless these, some of these scammers are trying to like get voice synthesizers and stuff like that. That's another way to try to double check there just in case. You want to be very careful on social media, especially Instagram has the worst fake accounts that I've seen.
Definitely. And make sure, look, I literally do have a check mark here, Dollar Cost Crypto, 77,000 followers right here. And then also one big giveaway is a lot of they copy all the reels, but the views are off.
And who's following who, right? So I follow you and you follow me. We don't follow the fake accounts, and usually the fake accounts, they're lazy. And maybe I shouldn't say this because they probably figured it out, but
genius.
Yeah, they're like genius.
But yeah, what I'm putting my link tree up here, man. Go follow all the real socials, as well as if for some reason you can't find the crypto mindset course, it's linked in there as well. Okay, but I look good in that shirt. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Good shirt.
Good shirt. Got a lot of comments for that one. I did look like a total like that whole thing when you travel to a city, you're like a total tourist. I look like a total tourist.
I wouldn't say that exactly. I would say I've seen.
That's how I felt personally.
Right. I can understand that aspect of it, but like, do I see a lot of people in Miami with those shirts? No. Is it Miami style? Like style? Yeah, it fits. I would say it's fine.
I mean, it's sort of like, I guess, yeah, if I rock that in either Hawaii as well, I'd be like, yeah, it's true too as well.
Right.
Yeah. But you guys, all super chats are gonna be read right now in a minute. Yeah, man, let's continue on this gains train right here, right? So obviously we've talked about Bitcoin, we've talked about Ethereum, we talked about Phantom, we talked about Cardano, we've talked about Hex, Pulse Chain, Solana, Phantom, and this is just some of the MoonMath. Obviously, there's other coins we're going to go into. There's one coin I wanted to talk about right now. Last one right here. Illuvium. I wanted to get into Illuvium because this is a coin that I really like. And to tell you the truth, I've gone more bullish on it. But you know why? Because of Power World. It's actually proven the concept even better. If you get a Pokemon-like game that's got good graphics, decent gameplay, and on top of that it's got a crypto coin attached to it, a way to actually make money on it. Holy shit. I feel like it's proved the concept even more now.
Yeah.
I feel like when these VCs and these especially these hedge funds are going to be looking at it, the math is, well, there's Pokemon. Okay, that did pretty good in terms of like that. Then you have this here. You got Power World. Wow, that's kind of proved the concept a little more. And now there's a way to actually extract money from it, and we can just invest in the coin or get into the NFTs or the land. Interesting, right? Often's like, I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, and Kieran Warwick just did a stream on Illuvium's official channel earlier this evening as well, which had some pretty good information in it. So I'd suggest go watching that if you want to get some more up to date stuff on what's going on with Illuvium, because they're trying to build a lot of games, right? They're starting out with the main 4, and then after that they've kind of created a little bit of a gaming factory, right? What he said is he thinks they'll be able to pump out a lot more games more frequently on the platforms once they got these first 3 or 4 pretty solidified.
Definitely. And then Zenith is right here, right? Pal World has succeeded where Pokemon failed to improve its core audience. You sure Illuvium can fill that same niche with competitive? Yeah, because obviously crypto games are a much lower, much like in terms of the where people rank games. Like when you're playing a crypto game, you're like, I'm playing a crypto game.
The bar is so low that you can pretty much just step over it.
But also it's extremely bonded to Ethereum. I think there's like 50 to 70 million dollars of Ethereum bonded to Illuvium. It's got thick liquidity. It's $73. Its low is in the 30s, bros. 30s. So this is actually a great fucking price. I mean, I almost look at it's such a low price. I mean, its all-time high is $1,800, right?
Yeah. We're both
damn it. Just go, Charlie. Just go. Jesus.
No, so like my low price for this last move was $70. I think after it hits $70, it'll start to sit there and then recover, and that's what it's been doing so far. If for whatever reason it does break below $70, that $55 to $65 range is kind of like the lowest price point that I see it really going. And so like if you're like, hey, I want to buy some Illuvium now. Great, go ahead and do it, right? Good price. And then if it does go down to goes down to 65 or goes down to 55, every $5 or $10 that it goes down, you can dollar cost average a little bit heavier. And then like by the time you get towards $50, you pretty much have everything in there and boom, you're ready to roll. I think simple ass strategy. And sometimes, the KISS strategy wins very, very well. So that's my take on price points there for Illuvium. But it did go to 1,800 as the all-time high, as you said.
Right, much lower supply. But here's what I believe: like it's going to get back to its all-time high. That's kind of apparent. It's going to get back to its all-time high, right? I'm not saying it's going to beat its all-time high this year, but I believe it's going to somewhere between, like, I would say $600 to $800 probably this year is very possible. But who knows? Maybe the back half of the year is very bullish and it goes crazy. It could touch 1,000. It's all within the realm of possibility. But I'm not saying this lightly, but kind of where I see it going is probably kind of a bearish top would be like $2,400, $2,500. But realistically, if things go really well and this thing actually just really takes off and actually starts getting up, because like someone said in there, like, real games take about 4 to 5 years of development. Well, this is right on track on that. Like this game was under development in 2020. The coin came out in 2021, and now we're in 2024. They've been developing. This is about 4 years plus already.
Top of the bull market's 2025, so that's right in that band. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes. Yeah. So that's the way. And so I'm not saying this lightly, but I really do believe Illuvium has the potential to hit like 5K, 5,400, 5,800. And from there, it's after that, this is where math kind of goes away from that point, because it's all based off hype and how crazy things could get. The thing is, when coins are reached these $1,000+ ranges, you really need a lot of money and hype and people to believe in it, because what happens is this has the ability to go really viral. These video game coins can go extremely viral. They have both a free-to-play and paid version as well. And you can play either one that you want. And because it is a Pokemon sim game that you can play around with, catch these things, here's the kind of cool thing. They can actually copy a lot of stuff that works for Pal World and add it on later on. Like, this worked really well. Let's add this. This is why I'm so bullish. Pal World actually coming out has actually even strengthened the fundamentals on Illuvium, because they can just look at Pal World. Let's adopt this shit from Pal World onto Illuvium. We can jack anything we want. They jack Pokemon, we can jack them.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like big aura right here. I was about to transfer my Illuvium into Pulse Chain. I mean, I would still have Pulse Chain no matter what. I really believe in Pulse Chain no matter what. But you can't sleep on Illuvium either. I mean, this is where the balancing act is. If you feel like you have too much Illuvium, buy some Pulse Chain with it, of course. But I would have both bags, of course.
Yeah,
I really would. Absolutely.
Not only would, we do.
We really do. I mean, Pulse Chain, the Hex Pulse Chain ecosystem is my biggest bags. It really is, It really is, But I'm in a lot of ecosystems.
Yeah, Illuvium ain't too shabby either for us.
Not too shabby. I mean, Charlie, you know this. I mean, I would always count. I had two portfolios. I had my Hex portfolio and I had everything else. This is how I've always looked at stuff.
Right, and like the gains that came from Hex that I parlayed into Pulse Chain and everything from the last bull market, in a sense, has forced me to do something similar. I still look at the whole portfolio as a whole overall, but yeah, in a way, the gains have been so good in that ecosystem that it almost forces you to do that.
Right. So I'm gonna start right here and start on the super chats just because we have 17 of them.
Yeah, we probably need to get through those if we promise we're going to get through those before the end of the stream.
Right. So and $2 from the Scary Hours podcast. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. All right, we got Oscar with a $5 super chat. Let's see. If you're up 5K in Bitcoin, would you be smart to cash out and just the earnings, or just invest in Cardano, Solana? Thanks for. I mean, it's still too early to be cashing out. But if you could take a portion of that and buy some Solana, Cardano, dude, don't sleep on Pulse Chain, Oscar. Don't sleep on Pulse Chain. Get in the course. I would actually recommend you, especially if you're in profits already. You bought Bitcoin, you listen to the show, you're in money. Take 20% of that, get in the course, learn what's going on, and it's gonna kick a fire under your ass. Yep. Get in the space, because doing it by yourself is fucking sucks, dude. It took me I didn't even get into altcoins until the halfway into 2017 because I was just stuck on the Coinbase app because I was making tons of money. So I mean, if you're making money, you're making money no matter what.
Yeah, it's great.
But that was a very specific cycle, and it took me a long time. I told Charlie for a long time, I really didn't. Even though I had made money on Ethereum, I never really respected Ethereum as the number 2 for a long time. It really took.
Yeah, which is kind of funny to me, and then I think you ended up going a little too far in one direction. In that direction, being once you got Ethereum, you went very Ethereum maxi, and then forgot about Bitcoin. Now you're kind of okay,
fuck Bitcoin. It's Ethereum all the way, bro. No, but yeah, no, I got you.
Well, and also at this stage of the market, right, taking some of that Bitcoin before the Ethereum ETF, basically laying it into Ethereum, then after the Ethereum ETF, laying that into something like Cardano or Pulse Chain or something, I think is a good move.
Yeah, if you're up 5,000 Bitcoin and you still keep the original position, take the profits. Buy 1,000 Cardano, 1,000 of Solana. Maybe actually buy 1,500, and put the rest of the $2,000 into Pulse Chain. Now you got a little bag of some stuff, and now let's go make this money.
Yep.
There you go. Sauce for days. Scary Hours podcast with a $5 super chat. Just bought the course, waiting on the course material to start studying. We're going to be rich soon. The course material is going to start coming out on Monday, you guys. There you go.
Well, yeah, all the majority of the course material is going to start coming out on Monday. Here's the thing is, the first, pre-recorded webinar was released today. So if you're already in the Telegram chat with the links channel, go double check the links channel. It is already in there for one of them.
So let's keep going. Jay Valdez, man, $10, man. Yo, DCC, Trump is becoming president again. Good for crypto, MAGA? Yes. Good for crypto. He likes NFTs. But I still think it doesn't matter I almost said Obama. Under Trump or under Biden or Big Mike, there is a Big Mike. Remember that. Remember I said that. Drop that hint there. Boulder shoulders for the win. But either way, they're all going to drop some litigation, some not litigation, but some law with stable coins. It's going to happen. They're very scared about the stable coin.
Stable coins and KYC are the two biggest things that they absolutely get just rankled about with crypto, no matter which party it is.
There's also Charlie. Did you hear about the whole thing with Top G said he came out with a coin?
Well, he said if I were to come out with a coin, I would do this. So he hasn't committed to it yet.
But he's warming up, man. He's warming up.
Yeah.
He'll never
gave a sales pitch for sure where you would want to be. Yeah.
He said he'll never sell, but he's probably going to borrow in his crypto. Let's see.
Who knows? We'll see.
Lee with the $10 super chat. How much more does Jesus coin have to prove its authenticity until you invest? Stay blessed.
Has to walk on water first.
Walk on water. Oh man. Real John of Kennedy, $5. I'm naming my first luxury car purchase after UDCC. I want to see the license plate.
Is he going to name the car after you, or is he going to get your name on the license plate?
Wait,
it'd be funny on the license plate. Be like, CCDCC or DCCCC. It's got like ACDC.
Yeah.
It'd be a good album.
Oh my god. We got Crypto Black Sheep, $5 super chat. Missed you, bro. Hope to see you again in Vegas. Hell yeah, man. We're gonna be throwing an event. We're throwing 2 events. We're throwing one in March and another one, I would say, sometime in quarter 3. We're throwing it Crypto Mindset event.
Basically before things get too cray.
Definitely. Oh, I love this name. Exploding Rubber Ducky for the $2 super chat. Zeta Chain just got on Coinbase. Can you talk about it? Talking about it right now. I mean, this is a MoonMath thing, but definitely, man, at some point I'll talk about Zeta Chain. But congrats, brother. If you had coins in there and it's on Coinbase, heck yeah, dude. Do well with it. Global security expert, $50 super chat. Shout out to you. Hey, Miguel. What do you see as the bull market highs for Kusama, Illuvium, Quant, Fetch AI? We did ILV already. Kusama, it's going to take longer for it to because there's coins that are going to hit its all-time high at a little before or at the same time Bitcoin and Ethereum hit their all-time highs. And then there's ones that are going to lag out a little bit. I believe Kusama and DOT are going to lag out a little bit, but then eventually get there.
Yeah, the thing that's interesting about Kusama, right? I'd have to look at what price it is right now, but what is it, like $30-40 maybe?
KSM, it is currently at $38.
Okay. So the interesting thing is that its previous all-time high was like $600.
Yes. Yep.
Right. So not all coins go back and hit their previous all-time highs from the last bull market. So it's possible that Kusama doesn't, right? If it were for whatever reason, DOT were to leave it in the dust and say, hey, we don't need that anymore. We're going to just build everything here. And that's one scenario, right? Another thing that could happen is that it maybe just matches the previous all-time high. Still, that's a great amount of X's, right?
Yeah.
But if it truly has success, it'll do multiples above its previous all-time high, right? So it'd be going above $1,000 if it were to have true success this bull market. So, for people who are really doing their research on Kusama, and I love how we were talking about like they sometimes change the numbers there and then we look right there. But like, but no, I mean, I was like almost $700 there, 671, I think is what it said there, right? So yeah, it'll depend. Like, does it underperform in terms of success, like not having that much success? Does it have some success and just kind of match the previous high, or does it actually do really, really well? And to be honest, even if it were to not have much success, it probably does a 10x, right? So I would say Kusama is probably a pretty nice bet there. Quant, I'd have to double look at that price and chart and stuff like that. But Fetch AI, because it's actually kind of close to its previous all-time highs, I think is the bigger question mark in terms of how far it can go. Can you do max? Oh yeah, what's the high? What's the high?
The high on this one is $427. Let's call it 420.
Where is it now?
$100.
Oh, so that's pretty easy to hit. So and we know this chart, they have some relation to 3-letter agencies, allegedly, right? And so it's been a beautiful chart. It's been pretty good. So yeah, I can see that one, getting to the 4-figure range and stuff like that. But yeah, Fetch, I would say, because it's closest to its new all-time high of the 4, is kind of the bigger question mark, which is great because you actually want a coin that's like gonna really break out from its previous all-time high sooner, because then the amount of X's it can do are actually greater. So the 2 I'd be the most bullish there on would be ILV and Fetch AI, then Kusama, then Quant.
Yeah.
In that order.
I think Quant could hit like $1,500, but the range is really depending on like how much hype you can get in this crypto space for people to get on it and use it. And it could probably get as high as 3,000, but that's really like crazy. Like it's got like 15 is within the realm of possibility. 2,000, low 2000s, and anything higher than that, you're like, it had to be. This thing is like going bananas. Everyone's using it. It's going to be a lot. It's got to be very popular for it to do that. Right. But with Fetch AI, this can hit sort of a hype wave and stuff. And we do think this is kind of the best one right here. It's all-time high. It's $1.17. So it's only like a 2x away from its all-time high. So it's this can hit price discovery mode very quickly. So
yeah, press the max on that and then log. Yeah, it's a nice chart, right? So that what this looks like to me is it did a 5-wave sequence last time. Wave 2 is in, then it's done a 1, 2, 1, 2, and the two of the wave 2 of 3 is where it's in now. If anybody who knows the waves know what I'm talking about, which means once it does break its all-time high, it will be in its first major wave 3. And that can get kind of wild. So, and a lot of the L1s are actually the same. A lot of L1s, when you look at the chart, they did their wave 1 last cycle. They're going into their wave 3s this cycle once they hit their all-time highs, which also leads into your thesis of not only L1s doing extremely well, but then also being some of the best performers and leading to kind of face-melting retail gains, meaning it'll bring in a lot of new people into the market. And, those types of patterns on coins, it's kind of like the more clear they are, like this type of chart here, just the easier it is to make that bet, in my opinion.
Right. Now we've got 3 Diglets with basically Avalanche, effectively. Now, this one's always been kind of the little the redheaded stepchild of Solana, effectively. It's always been kind of like Pepsi. This is kind of the Pepsi to Solana's Coke, effectively, how I've looked at it.
But the one thing it does have an advantage on is you have GameFi that really likes it, and you also have JP Morgan and HSBC really like it. So you got some traditional players that like it at the same time as a growing industry. So that's something that's differentiates it.
So I mean, in the sort of thing how I think Solana could hit like $1,400 in that range there. This will probably hit 800 and that sort of. So if Solana can get to Solana's at like 2,000 some change. This is probably going to be like at 1,600 just off of speculation that the ETF for Avalanche is coming, even if it doesn't. Just because it's like if Solana did this, then this can do this, and so Avalanche can do really well as well. So like, and it's actually not pumped as much, so it can have sort of a big gangster like kind of catch up pump to kind of try to keep up with Solana at times and stuff like, because people obviously think this a lot. I mean, this happens all the time with this. So like Solana did like what 220, 240 all-time high. Avalanche did 150. Obviously there's a small difference in terms of total supply and stuff like that, and more circulating supplies between the two coins, but still, like Avalanche can do really well. Like I like Avalanche, so I believe it's going to do pretty well. So there you go. I think we talked about this one older, but yeah, that can totally happen for sure. Fast Abdul with the best play today is P-Hex, E-Hex, P-Hedron, E-Hedron, Icosa. I think it can, but I will say this. So look, I got to give this warning. I like Hedron coins. I like them. But when they're not hot, they're not hot. They're not hot. And if the past is showing
ice cold when they're not hot.
They're ice fucking cold, bro. Like, I mean, this is a perfect crypto coin. When crypto's hot, we're 10s. When it's cold, we're fucking these adjustable fugly 3s. Like, there is no in between. Like, that's really what it is. Now, E-Hex, because what'll happen is when these go to dog shit, all the buying pressure just goes into the main 4. Right. No matter what, these Hedron coins are alternative coins. They're not on the Thanos gauntlet. So keep that in mind. Parlay from far away. Y'all should do a stream with Lit from My Life is Awesome. He's got a good energy. Sure. I don't know who that is, but sure. I mean,
we're open to streaming with anybody. Yeah. Just if you have any connections, email us or text us, and we're happy to have the discussion. I remember.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I just remember when John McAfee was like when we streamed with him back in the day. Basically, I think his only request or his only requirement was that you had more than it's either 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers on YouTube if it was another YouTuber. But we're not John McAfee either. So,
but yeah, if you could have him DM us or something, we'll definitely do it. So thank you so much. Alan Flores with the $2 super chat. Hey, new to crypto, any advice? Yes, crypto mindset all the way. You're really lucky right now. If that's you, then you want to have a good life. But if that's your little baby, you want to give that baby good life, join up. That's all. I mean, that's all I'm going to say to you, man. But in terms of you're new to crypto, get Cash App, Coinbase is the best ways to start. Start off with a lot of Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then work your way to the other coins as you learn. There you go. Kicking it with the kicks. Australian $3. MoonMath on Bear Pulse. I mean, okay. The MoonMath is obviously so. I mean, PDI is $1. Duh. Right? I think it was a 500x for it to get to $1 or something like that. But the rest of these, like, nah. Yeah. So, but hey, we did on stream say like, hey, why isn't? Remember when I said no one's talking about? Like, remember now this is the hottest coin in the world right here. I forgot what coin was pumping at the time. Everyone's completely forgotten about PDI and Atropa and Aropa and stuff. I said now it's a good time to say a literally that was the lows on this. Now this coin's pumped up again, and now I was like, you guys, what about PDI? And it's too. The only time I started talking about Hedron, it was after after me and Charlie hammered get into Hex and PulseX and all the stuff at the lows. I was like, what hasn't pumped yet? Oh yeah, you guys should right now is probably a decent time to take a risk shot, get a few billion on Hedron, and then what happened then? All these upgrades are going to happen, and look at the price; it went up.
Yep.
There you go. So those who pay attention win. Zenith $5 super chat. Any news or movement on the Gala team suing each other? They're still suing each other. That's it.
Yeah.
So not much movement on that, but we're looking out. 899. Thank you, brother, for the money. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, the $5 super chat. Can you do a live analysis on Sol? We're heading in the next couple months. Well, I think we're the Sol stream is about MoonMath, man, but like it's heading up. I feel more confident in March it going to like retouching like maybe like $180 to $200 but this is in March, not now.
Yeah, if you want to look more deeply to the chart, tomorrow I'll be doing my Friday AMA cryptocurrency request show. So if you jump on tomorrow at 2:30 or 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time onto Cultivate Crypto, we'll be going into probably about 20. I'm going to try to bite off about 20 coins for y'all there tomorrow.
And what time is your show going to be on, Charlie?
2:30 p.m. Pacific or 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so definitely go watch Charlie at that time, and afterwards, both me and Charlie are going to be on with Matty Allen at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then I will be doing a stream after Matty Allen on this, where maybe a wild Charlie will appear. I don't know, just maybe. You know?
Yeah, and like what do you call it? We got a stream sandwich.
Yeah, stream sandwich. So, where is this? Okay. Let's go, Emir, with the $2 super chat. There is no second best. That's right. And Oscar with the $5 super chat. I will definitely take your advice and invest 5,000 of that profit from Bitcoin to Cardano, Pulse Chain. Should I invest in HESXO? Can't hurt. But invest in yourself. Invest in the crypto mindset course, man. I'm literally telling you, man. It's profit already. Take it, grab it. You even get a 15% discount if you use Bitcoin. Literally, you do. Sign up to the crypto mindset course, man. Literally, it'd be the best money you've ever spent because then you'll get more of it. You'll understand really how to move around and you'll learn about this space, man. I've got so many Hexicans that are joining just because they're trying to learn more about just DeFi and crypto, because when Pulse Chain came out, it kind of really knocked a lot of sense into a lot of Hexicans. Where like when me and Charlie were talking about all this stuff in 21, and it did them until Pulse Chain came out. They're like, oh my God, I do have to learn about this stuff now. You know, I can't just I'm one home, I'm one coin, and that is it. Kind of is what it is, man. But that's all the super chats, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, where can people follow you?
Cultivate Crypto on YouTube, as well as Cultivate Crypto on Instagram and Twitter, and cultivatecrypto.com, as well as the Crypto Mindset Course Q1 2024.
Perfect, man. And I'm gonna drop the link right here.
Which will only be available till Sunday at midnight Pacific Standard Time, by the way.
And obviously, you're watching me right now. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go follow the real DCC. Follow the official manga release. Here's the link tree. Follow the real me, man. Don't get scammed. Check for the blue check mark. So with that, man, thank you so much. I will catch you guys tomorrow. We got 3 shows tomorrow. Be there or be poor.